So this drawer is broken. I'm gonna try to fix that. Put this back on this drawer. And the reason this thing broke off is because they make this stupid fake wood, which is worse than real wood. And real wood can be pretty bad sometimes. So that's just stupid material right there. And then the other reason might be because this is like tools and everything, and all that adds up to a pretty decent weight, and this thing is heavy as well, and this garbage little hardware in there just loves wearing flat and bending. So that drawer is it's built as a feather. It's just a dumb design to begin with. So I'm gonna make some angle steel and then screw them in like that, so that way this thing will stay on there. And then this should screw it, so this will go back on. And that way you'll have angle steel in here, maybe 4 of them on the bottom, and 2 on the sides. And a normal angle bracket is like maybe 2 inches, but I want to make some that are maybe as tall as here, and to make them so they go back about 5 inches, or this is about 9. I'll work with 8. So when I bend them, I'll bend them tall 8, and then long-wise 8 too, I think. Just to be sure. So I think I'll make all the angles about 8 centimeters long. I got this thing. I'm going to try to reuse this. It's about the right size of steel. It's just a piece of junk that I found lying around. Wing nuts, I like to say, but a bolt like that doesn't go, well, I guess, there's it. Well, I was going to just drill these, but I think I'm going to tack them first. So, use a punch and tack the holes. That seems to always work better. still not sure on what screws I'll be using, so that's why I drilled the holes as big as I did. And they're pretty good, I think. These things aren't perfectly straight, but I'm going to bend them into angles anyway. I haven't used these grinders in quite a while. They're dusty. I just don't work in this corner of the shop very often. Just get away with bending them all before I even have to cut them. Now I cut them there. I want to make a restoration video on this. I want to take this all apart, clean everything, and fix it so that it works. You know, maybe I can't fix that hole in there, but if I take this thing entirely apart, I might be able to fix it. Who knows? Because usually all that goes in these are the little contacts that are in here. They're made of like graphite or something. And usually when those go, you can get new ones on Amazon or something. This grinder works at a higher RPM as well. I've noticed that. This one spins faster than the others. I originally wanted more, but this is all the small strapping material I could find. So there's 6 of these. That should be enough. 4 in the ends and 2 on the bottom. So when you need to short stuff like that, I think the best way is to do it is to keep old kitchen trays, because they're very handy in the shop. I don't know if you can hear it on camera, but I think there's a punctured speaker on. I just got a new set of hearing aids like a week ago or so. And I'm wearing the old pair because the new ones still need to be adjusted. They don't sound right. And the old one, I think there's a punctured speaker. I can hear it. I don't think the camera can hear it. But if there's any weird buzzing sound, that's probably what it is. So anyway, what you do is you just get old trays and you just dump the hardware in them. Now I can sort those because you can see every little screw. You're not digging in the bottom for them. So I just looked around, and the only screws we have that seem to want to work are little self-tacking screws. Like there's some, they're like that, but I think, heads are just a little too small for that. brackets. Maybe I should have drilled them. I probably shouldn't have drilled them so big, but actually that might work. So I'm just gonna get a container of a whole bunch of small screws, and then I'll take them to the house and we'll see what kind of screws we can find. So this is what I got out of that tray. I think that should be enough. So there's a few other containers I can search like that, and you'll find most of those screws should be short enough that they won't go into wood. I don't want them to be too long, they might stick out, but let's see if this amount works. I'm going to find more if this isn't enough. So since these are all random screws, what I have to do is bring this whole, I think I'm just going to bring this whole tray of all of our screws and stuff to the house. And this thing, my uncle has an old set of Ryobis. They've been around a while. So I'll take that to the house, and this and that. I think that's all I need. I'm like a paid carpenter to come fix stuff, but instead of showing up in the service truck, I have a little Honda 4Trax, little green one, and just like one tray and one electric tool and a tripod. These staples don't come out. This is how I got the tripod. Make a little spot with a nail. So now that screw is where I want it. I can give the screw a little tap. And it stays there on its own. That's still where it should be, and then I can screw it in a little bit more. Just like that, and then now this elbow bracket won't move anywhere. That screw is a bit long for that place. Because on this side there's 2 layers of wood. And that screw is rusted. This one shouldn't go through there. No, I don't think these are actually pretty strong, so I think I'm only going to use like 2 screws on each side. But then again, I drilled more holes because I didn't know what I was going to do exactly, but you can never have too many holes. Now that way I have a good option. I have a lot of options with holes, so if one strips out, I have another hole. So that's another good reason to have extra holes. It's nice and strong. And now, one on the bottom. These things always remind me of cigarettes. They sure look like it. All you gotta do is put a little brown piece of paper on the end and that would look like a cigarette. They're too white. We don't even have a chalkboard anymore. I don't know why we still have that stuff. But this drawer has like antique fuses in it. Actually, these are still good. So maybe they're not antique. They still work. These ones I could just go on a slight angle, maybe. I might be able to get. I should still be able to get that. Not the best, but I think that'll be just fine. You could use a plier, I just don't have one here. Didn't. This thing just needs to be up higher. That one in there, good. I'm sure of it now. Here's the end product. This one's stripped. I had to use a spacer there for a few of them. But I think that worked pretty well. So this is all that really needs to fix it, but I was gonna put the two more in the middle, but I don't think it really needs it because it's pretty solid. These are kind of long. I'd have to cut them anyway. Maybe not that one. But that's pretty strong. I think that's fine. Actually, there's a few more holes, so. But then again, I hardly, on this side, see these are all good screws. Didn't strip any, so. And there really aren't any great. I mean, some of these are, they're kind of small. That's all the small stuff. But this is strong now. It's like, moves just a tiny bit, but that's all you need. I saved these for something else, I guess. It's nice and tough. And now I want to organize this a little bit. Maybe we'll clean it out too. In the vent a bit. That wheel's junk. So I can't really fix that. And that wheel's just seized. The other one turns though. So on the other side there's a screw up there, so I'm gonna put one in. This side there isn't one for some reason. Too heavy for in there. Lots of room in the store now. But it's old, so it doesn't work properly. This stuff, I think I could use that in the shop. Also, this stuff I could use in the shop as well. And there's some other random stuff. And then this is all scrap. This is, it's a bit outdated, but I don't know. There's lots of, actually I might keep that, that's good. And then here's all that hardware. I don't think we're ever gonna use stuff like that. So, that'll get scrapped. This is still good in the shop. Lots of other random stuff in there. And then this is all the garbage. This drawer is really nice. Oh, the handle's not too bad. So here's all there's a screwdriver there and some bolts. But here's the tools and the screws and a bunch of miscellaneous stuff. And then there's some really small screws and screwdrivers and utility blades for utility knives. And this is some old hardware off the store and stuff, elastics and stuff like that. And there's some tape and wire. Well, that's maybe not, maybe it doesn't look the best, but I think it looks cool because it's a fix. And I made these things from scratch. Well, actually, I recycled whatever. This was for a cabinet drawer or something, and I recycled that. Drilled holes in it, and it did pretty good. There's lots of extra room in here. We need to set it up. This door is always going to be a little bit sticky, and that's what I didn't want, a gap. But yeah, it's a little crooked. Well, at least it's not broken now. It's fixed. Well, that's pretty good. If you shut it right, the gap kind of goes away. So I guess that's it for this video.